comes on, I have a bullet point there saved on the wall for that. We are going to discuss this because I told Paul after I had my surgery in 2011 when they took my reproductive organs out, I told him then, behind closed doors, again, parents, your children are not privileged to your adult information. I'm going to say that again. Children are not privileged to adult information. There are children and there are parents. Children need to shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down. When we need to tell you something, we will tell you something. If you need to ask us something, because a child should never tell a parent anything. I have listeners from 14 all the way to 106, 47 countries. I know y'all hear me. Y'all children are not in motherfucking control of shit. You do not get to walk in and tell that verb that is a verb. That is an action. You do not get to walk in or call or text or tell your parent any motherfucking thing. What you can do is knock on a closed door. Children don't do that anymore. There's no such thing as privacy in the parent world. There is if you put those boundaries back in place as your parents did. So what do? I actually have a little thing I hang on the doorknob, and then I went one step further. I have a sticky note with a hook, and it actually says what the fuck I'm doing. And it even says, do not knock. When I'm doing this radio podcast, I do not need background interference. Which reminds me, my auto ducting is not on, which is why y'all can hear my chair. I can hear it in my feedback. Sorry about that. 26 minutes of y'all probably trying to figure out if I'm farting or not. No, it is my chair. I didn't realize the auto ducting was off. Anyways, parents, you tell your children what to do. And you also get to ask questions. We get to do both. There's a man and a woman that become one. But they are both individuals. My husband and I who have two totally different styles of parenting. Why? We come from two totally different family backgrounds and upbringings. My husband over the years has managed to really soften me up around the edges, and when it comes to the kids, he really does he does advocate for them a lot. I don't want to say too much because we have episodes planned. But it is important to know before I read the rest of this nonsense that when he reads this, one, his heart is already broken. She broke his heart immediately with a post that she posted yesterday because it confirmed for him that my assumptions or my psychic spidey senses, you would think that having a mom like me would be cool, right? No, my kids fucking hate it. They hate it. They hate me. They literally tell me that. Well, at least this one. But now she's going to go one step further. So how does the rest of the conversation go? So we were at June 17th. So when she says, let's go, just got to get him more confidence to put himself out there. And then I said, that's amazing, babe. That makes me so happy for you, with the prayer hands and a heart emoji, because I genuinely have been praying for my daughter to get help because I could feel her mental stability just breaking, her foundation, her anxiety, the things that she was using in life to self-medicate and cope, when all I needed her to do was just go get some fucking help. Everybody needs to talk to somebody. So I go on to tell her he did shave today. He went public, and I went public that I was off the market. Now, when I made the post about being off the market, yes, me and a friend of mine that I have had for my entire life, who actually used to be my bully, our daughters ended up playing softball together. Long story short, we became friends. We tried it. It did not work. It's never going to work. So therefore, I was happy in the moment. I was very happy in the moment. If you were to talk to my children that live here in my house, I was waking them up, jumping on their beds. I was happy about starting something new and something fresh. We all know that my husband and I are going to part ways eventually. That's going to happen. But does it mean that we're going to live completely separate lives? Absolutely fucking not. We have both made that rule that each of our partners has to understand that we are always going to be in each other's lives. That is a mutual agreement between two consensual adults. Our kids can lie and say that I coerced him into saying that, but if they actually knew their father, they would know that he actually loves me more than life itself. And unfortunately, I have not been able to reciprocate that to him, and I have been more than publicly honest about that. So, why is any of this important? Well, after I start talking about him really pimping himself out and this and that, I start talking about my friend, Jessica, who we're going to try to make this relationship work, right? I haven't had a response since, and this is what I've sent. Therapy is the best, though. I love it. I'm happy that you found someone that you can go to. Heart emoji. June 18th. Have a safe trip today, and more importantly, relax and have fun. I love you. You've earned this vacation. Heart emoji. June 19th. So while you're there with Christina, and then I'm going to just skip over this because it's intellectual property and I don't want to say it. It's a business venture that I was offering to her boyfriend's sister, one of them, who has a boyfriend who has this really eclectic, unique boutique in Virginia. I'm always trying to help other people elevate. I mean, that's why I choose the brands, choose to be an ambassador for the brands that I choose. Shopping local, if you're hustling and doing your own thing, I am all about that. So why, if I have an idea and my plate is already cracking because it's so full of work, why would I add one more thing? I didn't even ask for a percentage. I was just saying, as a lesbian, and I know other people in the Alphabet Mafia community deal with a lot of the same struggles that I deal with it. As far as my fashion goes, I have a fashion line in my head, have always had one, and have been waiting for the right opportunity to bring that style back, and we're on the cusp of it. So anyways, it's two very long texts that say, hey, while you're there with so-and-so, maybe you could talk to her boyfriend. Maybe this is something he would want to do. I do not discuss, I want money from him. None of that. I honestly, genuinely thought of him when I thought about it because, one, I can't handle another workload right now. But when I started talking to my husband about the full line and he's getting the images and he actually knows how to sketch because he's in architecture, he was like, that's really another business venture that once this takes off, and I have projects right now that are actively being worked on, this being one of them, we decided to maybe keep that a little private. So I explained that to her as well. Again, nothing fake, nothing at all. I am not a fake person. Actually, y'all know me more than anybody. I cannot stand a fake motherfucker, which is why I do not have a relationship with my birth vessel. She is the fakest person on the planet. I have a saying about her. If she's breathing, she's scheming. If her lips are moving, she's lying. I cannot stand fake people. My daughter is the fakest person that I have known my entire life. And I wholeheartedly, I will use her words. She starts off. So also, I send her all the videos and pictures of herself, of a really good picture that the photographer didn't catch, of a really good glimpse of the bride and her dad having this really genuine bust out gut laugh out loud in live action. Thought this was so cute. That's what I put. She has not responded to any of this stuff, right? I took my time, not because I wanted gratification. If I wanted gratification, I would have posted it on social media. I wanted my daughter to see how beautiful she was. Then at Pride, which again annoys the fuck out of my kids, but here we are, I put, thought of you yesterday. She really struggles with missing her family that she has here at home. Obviously not me, but she loves the energy here in Houston, and she's a really big sports fan. So at the Pride Festival, I took a video of the Rockets, Astros, and Coca-Cola things, and it did make me think of her. And that made me emotional because this is a part of me that I know, there's so many parts of me. Just to put it out there bluntly, I said it yesterday and I'm going to say it again right now. I believe that my daughter hates that I gave birth to her. I've known that since she was very young. She has been manipulating people since she was very young. There's a swimsuit situation that happened with my brother-in-law ever since she met Moneybag Sperm Donor. Like, she plays people to get what she wants, whether it's monetarily or whatever, and she's been doing it since she was a kid. But for the first 2 years, 3 years of her life, she wasn't raised by me. She was raised by my birth vessel, who is who she's comparing me to now. So really, the images that she's seeing in me, it's only a reflection of her childhood, yes, but not where I'm concerned. I was not around. I was incarcerated. I was hustling. I was in jail. I was in boot camp. I was doing everything to keep this chick out of the system. And I managed to do that with lawyers and legal coming at me. My parents tried to take her away from me every chance they got. My sister tried to take her away from me. Everybody wanted to take her away from me. Why? Because they didn't like the lifestyle. Well, I'm sorry. When you're homeless, you're 17, and you're having a baby at 18. My birthday, I turned 18 on March 30th. She was born April 17th. There you go. They say I lie about the age when I was pregnant. No, motherfucker, I had you. I think I know. This is me. I'm not asking questions anymore. You don't get to tell your parents anything, ever. I don't care if you're 15, if you're 5, if you're 23, 24, if you're 48, 52, or 160, or if you're a fucking immortal. You never, ever get to tell your parents what to do. Or you don't get to tell them shit. You can ask questions. You get to ask questions, but you do not get to adversely attack your parents. So kids, you need to turn around. You need to go find your parents, pick up your phone, put it down, get off of here, go find your parents, call them, text them, send them a video, make it personal. Because I guarantee, while she's going to say in this text that it gives her great, in all capital letters, satisfaction to say what she's about to say, please believe if I went and killed myself tonight, that bitch would wind up dead. She wouldn't be able to handle it. She's not as strong as me. Sorry, she just texted again. So we're going to talk about that topic too. So, one of the things she's telling me to do right now, that message that just came through, is keep my name out of your fucking mouth. I'm not using your name! Again, parents are always going to be wiser. Parents are always going to be the wiser. So, this is why my husband and I have decided to come public. Cannot fucking wait. That's going down this week. This week.